Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena. Today we're jumping into some historic with a new tribe for Arena. Not a new tribe for Magic though. We're going to be playing some Slivers today. And for those who haven't been around for too long in the Magic the Gathering universe, Slivers are kind of like a hive mind kind of tribe. So all of them, typically, I think all of them, for the most part anyway, provide a unique ability to the other slivers in play. So a typical one that you might see in any tribe is the Lord effect. So Predatory Sliver is our Lord for this one. 1 green for a 1/1 gives slivers you control +1/+1. So it's actually a 2-mana 2/2 because it pumps itself. And basically all of our slivers are going to do something for the team. Striking Sliver gives all of the slivers first strike. Sentinel Sliver gives them all vigilance. Mana Weft allows them to tap for 1 mana of any colour. Cloud Shredder is probably the best one in the deck. Gives flying and haste. We've got Spiteful Sliver, which is a 3-mana 2/2 that says whenever this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker. So it's like a... what's the name of that card now? The goblin punishing dude who takes damage and deals damage. That one. It's that. We got Realm Walker, which allows us to play creatures off the top of our library. We only actually have Collected Company in the deck that is not a creature, other than lands, of course. So Realm Walker should be hitting quite a lot. And Coco hits this portion of the deck as well, which I think is quite nice. There's only these 5 cards here that do not get hit by Collected Company. That's Bone Scythe Sliver, 4-mana 2/2 that gives double strike. And the first Sliver is in here a little bit of a meme, honestly. I don't think you should run this. You probably just want to run, like, this package right here. But, you know, we had Mana West Sliver in the deck. I couldn't help myself. The mana base allows me to play 5 colored cards, so why the hell not? It gives all Sliver spells Cascade, which means when this one enters, it's going to Cascade into a 4 or less spell. If it hits a Sliver, or the next Sliver that we play after the first Sliver is down, also has Cascade, so if we hit a Bone Slice Slither, it will Cascade until it hits a 3 or less. If it hits a 3 or less, it will Cascade until it hits a 2 or less. 2 or less until it hits a 1 or less, and then 1 or less, it'll just whiff altogether. So, you know, I'm hoping we'll have a little bit of fun with that, and we'll see how we go. The mana base is quite expensive, especially on the wild cards. It was a bit of a painful craft, honestly. We do have Sliver Hive in here, which adds 1 mana of any colour, but we can only use this to cast Sliver spells. Then we have Unclaimed Territory in the uncommon slot, which allows us to choose a creature type, which allows us to add 1 mana of any colour. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type. And then we've basically got a Naya mana base with a little splash here and there for the blue and for the black, just to try and make First Sliver castable on its own. We shouldn't really need that, and these cards are all in the Naya colours if we don't need that anyway. So Sliver Hive should cover the other colours that we are missing, as well as Unclaimed Territory as well. So First Sliver shouldn't be hard to cast. Mana Weft also fixes it as well. We can afford to run Gigantha. There are no double coloured slivers, I don't think, at all. So yeah, this is basically just a free card in our deck. It's just the 8th card hand, as the usual companion issue is. But yeah, this deck hasn't been overly impressive to me. I think with the amount that you invest into it, it is not really worth it. But it's a lot of fun. I do enjoy slivers. I'm happy to see them on Arena at the very least. But yeah, they need a little bit more help. The historic format just doesn't really gel with this archetype too much, unfortunately. So hopefully you enjoy anyway. It's a bit of fun. And if you do enjoy, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And without further ado, let's continue. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, we play first, and we've got a 1-2-3 curve with perfect mana, like actual perfect mana. Short of us drawing a Coco that we can't cast, everything else in our deck is sweet and awesome. Alright. Oh, Sliver Hive has a noise, apparently. Striking Sliver to lead. And then I think we go Sentinel because it's... No, we don't. We go Mana Weft. Mana Weft allows us to empty our hand next turn. Which, if they're playing Tybalt's Trickery again, it's going to be very useful. Alright, Sliver. Cloud Shredder gives haste to all of our Slivers. Haste to our Slivers. They've got Magma Opus in hand. It's the only card they can get priority with here, short of a Tybalt's Trickery, I guess. So there's two cards. Two cards they could have here if they're actually playing Tybalt's Trickery. Gonna give me a different card. Oh, that's just wonderful. I will Collected Company into 2 creatures. And then I think we'll just Realm Walker on Sliver. That's a thing of beauty. Thank you, opponent. Honestly, I needed that. That was lovely. Very kind of you. Alright, we've just drawn the first Sliver, which is very nice. I don't know if I need to pay the 2 here, but it's not going to matter anyway, so... First Sliver. Cascades into Sentinel Sliver, which doesn't do much there, but then we can go Spiteful Sliver, which gets us a 2-drop. Cloud Shredder, nice, which gets us a 1-drop. Come on, Striking Sliver. Come on down. Which cascades into nothing. We're doing it! Yay! Then we can do Predatory Sliver, because it's not actually reducing anything off the board. It's going to be a Striking Sliver. We are opening ourselves up big time to Throes of Chaos into Ugin, but I don't care. Let's go white here. Sentinel Sliver. Have we actually... Oop. Yeah, I was going to say, have we run out of Striking Slivers? We have not. The game's chugging big time for some reason, though. Don't know why. Maybe our opponent's holding priority on us. That could certainly be it. Alright, it's only Slivers that get Cascade, so I'm just going to attack our opponent. I really do appreciate them Tybalt's Trickering a 2-mana 1/1. That was super useful of them, so thanks, opponent. You are playing a deck that doesn't play Magic the Gathering, but I appreciate you allowing me to play the best game of Magic the Gathering nonetheless. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, on the play, Perfect Mana. We're going to keep it. Let's drop Sliver Hive after Sliver Hive. I guess we could start with the pathway, keep our opponent guessing about what we're actually doing for at least a turn. Does have its upsides, I suppose, so let's put this on white. And looks like if a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. So that doesn't do anything. Alright, so we're going to go Predatory Sliver. I guess it shuts off Coco. But I picture a world where our opponent blocks with that Mistcaller before too long. And it hits us for 2. Or we could also simply just not draw Coco throughout the game. That would also, you know, have an effect. Alright, so now we've got First Strike, so our opponent is banned from attacking us. Got no islands in our deck, so Master of the Pearl Trident's never going to make things unblockable. Shoreline Scout. Creates a tropical island. Plays it into a Mistbinder. Alright, our attacks are still better than yours. And now we've got Bone Scythe Slither. Sliver? Words. They do fail me. Alright, we are definitely doing this though. This is a wonderful curve our opponent cannot ignore. And as we expected, We're going to see a block and sack before too long, which opens us up to drawing Coco that we can't actually currently cast unless we played the Sliver first. This should do it. We win on the spot with a Spiteful Sliver or a Cloud Shredder Sliver. But turns out we don't need to. So yeah, pretty sweet. And on to the next one. Alrighty, opponent is playing first. We've got 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop with perfect mana. So we're going to keep this one. And basically hope that we draw Slivers for the rest of the game, really. Don't want to see any more lands. I guess we could also see more collected companies, that'd be fine. It's a little slow, it's not hyper aggressive, but could maybe get us there. Opponent deciding whether or not they want to keep their Throes of Chaos in their hand or mulligan it. That's what this format's become now. Every other game is Tybalt's Trickery, so why stop now? Yep, mulls. Finds the Throes of Chaos. Plays a blue or a red land. And yep. I hate being right. Never does me any good. Alright, so Sentinel Sliver is going to be our next play. Our opponent is going to do absolutely nothing until at least turn 3, where they'll discard either a Magma Opus or not. And then turn 4, it's Throes of Chaos for the rest of the game. We're just going to go and slap this on Sliver. Play our Sentinel. There's a world where our opponent's throws isn't good enough. Ugin would be terrible for us, of course. Let's stick this on blue. We've already got our colours sorted here, so let's go Realm Walker on Sliver. Got a Cloud Shredder coming through. Really want that mana weft, most of all. So, land throws. Throes of Chaos. It's literally the only card you can cast at this point in the game. Ooh, we saw a lot of Ugins going to the Exile Zone, so we won't be seeing an Ugin. Unless it's the other two. Which would be extremely unfortunate. It's going to be Magma Opus. Can only get rid of one of my creatures. So, could be worse. But they do get to spin the wheel again. That's kind of Throes of Chaos' big deal. So, I'm guessing that means Realm Walker's dead? No, 2 to Sentinel. Personally, I would have gone after Realm Walker because, well, it just allowed me to draw a card, and that's kind of a big deal. Although my mana's terrible, so say what you will about that. We're just going to go, I guess, tap land at this point. We can't really play anything else, right? Hit our opponent for 3, not great. Throes of Chaos from hand. Pretty good chance of this hitting something good. Nope, whiffs. Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. We don't want the Cloud Shredder Sliver, so I'm not gonna... I don't care, mate. We're not actually going to Coco on upkeep. Just another Cloud Shredder. Oh, that's really bad. Alright, well, I guess we're keeping it. Don't have fixed mana here. Let's get this on green, swing again. They're at 9. Don't really have a good way of winning from here necessarily. If they throw us into an Ugin, we're probably just going to die. They only have to -3. One more Tybalt's Trickery left, it looks like. But if they hit like a Genesis Ultimatum, I didn't really see it through the nonsense. Yep, there it is. Then that would allow them to start hard casting the stuff. And they can also hit Ugin off of this, which I think the way that they've cycled their deck is pretty likely to occur. Double Ulamog. Okay. Could be worse, but they get to spin again. But as I said, I don't think they've got another Tybalt's Trickery. So really, they just can't do anything else except for exile 20 of my cards and hit me for 4. Which isn't really a big deal. This is 2, 4, 6. I think because I have Spiteful Sliver here, if Ulamog attacks and I block with it, they take 10. I think that's where we're going to be with this matchup. Sliver Hive on top, so that's no good. So let's play Spiteful Sliver. And we'll play another Cloud Shredder. Nice Vigilant attack. And I don't think it's possible for us to lose. Short of them having Ugin in their hand right now. Also, they're dead. Math is hard. Alright, well, that went about as well as it could for us, honestly. We kind of named everything bad that could happen and somehow managed to get them exactly dead, so that's a nice sign. But yeah, short of Ugin there, I think we were going to win. So, yep, on to the next one. Okay, on the play, exactly where we want to be. We've got Coco Mana and a 1, 2, and 3 play all the way up to it as well. So, yeah, perfect hand here. Opponent's got the Collected Company sleeves. I got the Collected Company card, so get wrecked. Yeah, it's going to be a jig is up kind of situation immediately. So we're going to try and not pay life to play any of our Slivers here. Probably will have to for the Stomping Ground to get the Cloud Shredder out there, but is what it is. First Sliver, love to see that. Let's see if we can cast it today. Your opponent 4-2. Looks like our life total is not going to be relevant anyway, because this will be the 3rd game out of 5 that we play against Tybalt's Trickery. No, it's actually Jeskai, it's even worse. Okay. I take Tybalt's Trickery all day over getting memory lapsed. Helix Cloud Shredder. Okay. Well, we can't be damaged by anything else, otherwise it deals damage right back to them. So their Helix won't gain them life, which is quite nice for sure. Let's just go Territory on Sliver and attack. We're going to Coco on end step because they can Wrath of Goddess on their next turn. So I certainly don't want to be pumping up my Slivers only to watch them die. Prismari Command. This is a situation where I would Coco to try and get Predatory Sliver. Don't know what my odds are of really hitting that though, but it would give me a little bit of a punish. The treasure token makes me think they're actually, yeah, we whiffed. That's okay though. They're actually not, they're actually Creativity. Plays quite similar. They just Indomitable Creativity into the Sarah Angel, whatever it's called. They're also running Unholy Heat. Does that mean I can... I think I can still cast the first Sliver next turn. Play this on the white. Yeah, sweet. First Sliver, let's Cascade. We hit Predatory. Not terrible. You know what would be really bad? Settle the Wreckage. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright. Survived that at least. So we need to survive a board wipe. Maybe they are Jeskai. Jeskai Control. I don't... Magma Opus makes a treasure. Like, the fact that they haven't got 3 red right now says to me that it is actually just like Jeskai Control, and I'm gonna get Wrathed here and cry. Teferi, okay. Could be so much worse. First Sliver back in. Gigantha to hand. Tap land. Kill Teferi. Hit our opponent for 4. We definitely care about killing Teferi here because it helps our opponent draw board wipes. At the moment it seems like they're on just top decks to find them. Spare Teferi, okay. Well, let's just gain them 6 life. Got a blind card and then Sliver. First Sliver's underneath it. This could keep us away from First Sliver if they have Memory Lapse. It could also allow us to hit our opponent for a little bit more damage, though. So I don't have to point as much at Teferi, though, to be honest... Well, I was going to say, to be honest, I think I do have to point everything at our opponent, because if they have Helix, he lives, and they just don't die either. But we have 9 points here. Our opponent just gave away the fact that they weren't running Helix, so they lost themselves a turn. But I guess maybe they just didn't want to try and draw into their answers. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't thinking about going for the win here, so they definitely punted by conceding, but you know what, I'll take any concession with against the top tier decks anyway. So yeah, pretty good. On to the next one. Okay, opponent goes first. They've got Lightning Bolt Sleeves, which is spooky, but we have Mana Weft Slivers to empty our hand, a Realm Walker to use that mana, and Predatory to, I don't know, stop us getting Spike Field hazarded. Alright. Yeah, they're on Goblins, okay. Not the fastest hand against Goblins, unfortunately. But at least we have no concerns about our creatures dying necessarily, unless they've got a Gem Palm or 2. Or I guess even a Chain Whirler in certain scenarios. But I doubt that would ever be the case. These Wily Goblins, so they're set up for the turn 3 Muxus. So we might just have lost already, after our first land drop. Isn't Modern a great place to be? Unclaimed Territory, we'll slap that on Sliver. And yeah, might as well just go with Mana Weft. If we're going to win this game, it's going to be via emptying our entire hand as quickly as possible. It won't be through blocking 2 points of damage, or at least preventing the 2 points coming through. As we said, we are very much dead if our opponent just has Muxus here. They don't. They've just got Instigator. Okay. So they can get the 2 points in. As I'm sure they'll want to do. Yeah, well, at least the 1 point. They don't want to trade Prospector. I'm honestly, if I were in their shoes, I would probably trade the Prospector there because, like, how do I get back into this game if I lose my Mana Weft? The answer is I don't. Alright. Predatory Sliver. I should have gone with Sentinel, actually. Then I get to swing with my Mana Weft. I'm not sure it matters too much, but it's an option. Sentinel Sliver. Pass the turn. Are we dead again? Every single turn, it's are we dead? Because this hand is certainly not going to kill our opponent quick enough. We can at least get some aggression going next turn. Striking Sliver giving us first strike. Should mean that our opponent can't really do much. Collected Company. That is definitely a card we are going to cast. And I think we're going to do it during combat. Cloud Shredder's a good hit. Spiteful Sliver will do a lot of damage. Predatories can upset the balance. Striking Sliver can do okay. Yeah, I'm going to send it as is. We'll try to use all of the creature slivers mana, I think, for the Coco. Unless they don't block. They don't block. Alright, well, I'm gonna go for it. Could potentially go off here if we get, like, the Hasty Sliver. We got Spiteful and we got Cloud Shredder. So I'm gonna definitely take a Cloud Shredder. Spiteful seems good, actually. If they attack into us, they take the damage back. So if we don't die to Muxus, we basically win. Via Muxus. We're going to get a Striking Sliver out there, because it basically equals the same amount of blocking power, but gives us first strike. And I think I'm just going to pass here, because we got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got lethal in the air. And potentially a lethal blocking board as well. So that's a Krenko. That could be the worst thing ever, because that'll mean that they get to empty their hand with all of these new goblins. And the question is going to become, can they 16 me around my board state? Because if they can kill me without damage hitting the stack, that'll do it. They only hit Instigator and Wily Goblin, so no big deal there. They don't really generate anything for playing those. Although, actually, no, they've got cost reduction on the Instigator, so it's 1 for 2 there. We've got the Goblin War Chief. I still have great blocks. Oh, opponent. Oh no. Alright, so because we got first strike here, we can take the Goblin Chieftain's Lord effect straight off the board. So let's do that. So now everything's 1 powered less already, which means I can block here, I can block here, I can block here, and I can block, I guess here, it doesn't really matter. So I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they're dead on the backswing. Cool. And you're dead. Alright, well, we dodged Muxus, and if you dodge Muxus against the Goblins deck, it's usually not that great. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, opponent goes first. We've got a 1-drop and 3 3-drops. Otherwise, perfect mana. That hurts me so much. I think we mull for a more aggressive hand, to be honest. This one just... yeah, there's too many turn 4 kills in this format right now. This one will not get us there. This has 3 2-drops and a Coco. I'll keep this. Gonna go down, I think, an unclaimed territory. The 2-drops will keep us going until we find lands. I don't want to get rid of Coco, and I do not want to get rid of many of my creature threats here. And I think Temple Garden being our guaranteed green source is fine, and any other colour that we need should be fixed on the territory, I'm pretty sure. Prosperous Innkeeper. So this might be the Scurried Oak combo. I'm going to go Manawef to lead. Next turn I can go Cloud Shredder. That gives me 2 mana to play either the Vigilant Sliver, which is probably the one I want to go for, because then we can attack first before Spellbind. Okay. Well, other than the Cloud Shredder Sliver, I can't really see anything here that I care about being more expensive, especially because we've got the mana weft out there. So, yeah, that's the correct call. Alright. Land. Perfect draw for us, honestly. That means we can go Predatory, and Sentinel. I think we're okay just emptying our hand before we Coco. So, gets in for 3. I feel like they might regret that. Because now I can Cloud Shredder, which gives them all flying. So the Prosperous Innkeeper isn't blocking. And then we'll swing and then Coco. Blockers. Coco. We'd Coco now in case we get more predatory slivers. So then it makes sense to pre-combat for the pump. Spiteful. Spiteful seems good. Although predatory sliver. Yeah, I guess predatory. One Spiteful's fine. The double trigger would have been maybe okay though. For the Spiteful Sliver, it means if they block, they basically lose the game. Opponent's also going to Coco. And yeah, maybe that's a reason. They whiffed! Oh my god! Alright. Just play a Sentinel Sliver and then pass. They don't look like the deck that would wrath me. So they're going to have to just win the game. I'm pretty sure this means it's Scurried Oak combo. And they were just way too slow for this wonderful start. Pretty good. I would play the Scurried Oak combo on the channel, but if you watched my Twitch stream where we actually played it, we had a game that lasted about half an hour, and it was just half an hour of me clicking through near infinite triggers, or literally infinite triggers, but our opponent also had a Soul Warden on their side of the board, so it was like 800 life versus 800 life. I don't know whether I want to post that on YouTube. It was very funny, but also it got old quite fast. But yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. Undecided. Either way, though, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this deck. It uses far too many rares for the competitive level that it's at, which is not very. I'd say it's good in a casual environment, not necessarily the environment that Platinum in ranks even ends up being. So yeah, probably not a deck I would recommend crafting. But a fun one, so if you have been playing a lot of Jumpstart and you have a fair few of the slivers, then, you know, maybe a couple here and there might be worth it for you. I think I only actually ended up spending like 2 rares or something on it for me, so it wasn't too much of a risk and investment and whatnot. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed anyway. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notifications when I go live in the future, and leave a comment down below what you think of slivers. And yeah, take care and good night.